The Indiana Hoosiers picked up a tight end commitment a couple weeks ago, Parker Elmore from Columbus North High School. But the interesting fact about Parker is he hasn't really played since his sophomore season at Jennings County, and he will be playing this year at Columbus North as a tight end. And I'm going to tell you why. The Indiana Hoosiers offered this young man, and he committed right away, right after we get back here on the Hoosier Football Tailgate on thehoosier.com. The Indiana Hoosiers added a tight end to their commitment list a couple weeks ago, a young man named Parker Elmore out of Columbus North High School. And I've had a lot of questions about this young man because there's very few video clips of him because he really hasn't played since his sophomore season at Jennings County, which is back in 23. And he did not finish that season, I do believe, due to injury. He transferred to Columbus North, had to sit out last year for transfer rules in the IHSAA, and now he will be fully eligible this season as a tight end safety type at Columbus North High School, led by Logan Hastings, the former quarterback at mine at Manchester College. Logan has a lot of our passing records there from my days coaching, but this young man, I've had a lot of people ask, why would Indiana offer someone like Parker with very little tape on and very little known about the young man? Well, I think it goes back to two things. Number one, I think there was a lot of discussion and talk about this young man as a sophomore and freshman at Jennings County. He was a quarterback. He was a safety, very, very athletic and very athletic on the basketball court. 6'5", he's about 220, I believe now. And I think with him having a great camp at Indiana, that forced the option for Indiana to make an offer to the young man to come to IU, because I think this man's stock would only rise as the year went on because of what I said earlier: athleticism, 6'5", 230. And remember this about Curt Cignetti. When you come from a place like James Madison, this is the type of talent you look out for, because not everybody's going to recruit him. And a team like James Madison or a MAC team gets a hold of him, and all of a sudden he's a world beater in the Mid-American Conference, or we're the Sun Belt Conference as well when Coach was at James Madison. So we'll throw on some quick statistics on him. He's 6'5", 230. Right now, he only has a 3-star ranking from 247 Sports, I believe. He's a 41th tight end overall, 5th in Indiana. And again, remember, hasn't played since his sophomore season, and he was a quarterback, free safety type there at Jennings County, a very, very good football player. I'm going to throw up some tape of him that I was able to find of their spring practice, and you're going to see him lining up again and his position as the tight end, and you're going to see why. You can see some of his athleticism as he runs his different routes here. You can see how quick he is, and this gives Indiana what they like in a tight end that can do this and then be able to spread out on the field as a true wide receiver because of his athletic ability. He's going to have to learn the position. It's not an easy position to learn, but he's athletic enough that he'll be able to learn it and block from it. And Columbus North will coach him up really well, and he'll get ready for this season. And you can see him here just run this route, and you can see his athleticism of just understanding concepts. They're running a 4 vert here in the concept, and he's reading center field, the center field safety here. And that's considered a close. And so he's going to run what we call a bender route. And he does a great job of bending in front of the free safety into the window, and the quarterback's able to hit him right there for a big gain. So again, Indiana being able to spot talent, being able to understand that sometimes you have to take a chance on a kid that fits all the other buckets of athleticism and height and things of that nature, and teach him and grow him into a position that he's going to learn very well, and he's going to be able to be a very good player. Here he is at linebacker, kind of a strong safety type, and you're going to see some of that as this film rolls on. But again, a very, very good pickup for them. You know, here he's leading on a quarterback counter type of play. And again, they're in their underwear is what we call it, but they're trying to get their assignments right. Good job of blocking down. He's looking for it to pull up off of the tackle's block. Does a great job there, getting upfield, finding first off color jersey. And you can see that he does have that ability to be a very, very good blocking tight end as well as receiving tight end. He's just a very natural football player. And that's what I think got Indiana into this young man's from a standpoint of what they've seen and heard from other coaches in the area about this young man's talent. And I guarantee you they did a lot of background on this young man before they pulled the trigger. He comes on campus, he has a good camp, and they're there in a position to offer the young man. And as soon as they made the offer, within a couple of days, he calls back to commit to Indiana. And I do believe they've got a kid that in time can become a really, really good tight end and be very, very productive in a Mike Shanahan, Kurt Cignetti offense as a tight end that can be a blocker, a tight end that can go out and split out. And if he's 220, 230 right now, you got to believe when he comes to campus and they put another 20 pounds, he's going to be a 250, 60-pound kid at 6'5", and that gives him a ton of a potential with this young man. So that is Parker Elmore from Columbus North High School, a tight end commitment for the Indiana Hoosiers in the 2026 class. Again, this is the coach Shannon Griffith here on the Hoosier Football Tailgate. Remember, get on over to thehoosier.com to pick up that subscription, $1 first month, 50% off for the first year, and get all the recruiting and information on the Indiana Hoosiers throughout the year, as well as the on3.com coverage of Indiana as well as the Big Ten. Well, I thank you for watching another Hoosier football commitment video breakdown, this time of Parker Elmore from Columbus North High School. For now, I'm the coach Shannon Griffith. This has been the Hoosier Football Tailgate right here on thehoosier.com.